Timaru. In the Meads Cup final, South Canterbury, the second qualifiers, against the fourth qualifiers, Thames Valley.
Go South Canterbury! Go to the Valley!
So it's a lovely day in Timaru. The sun is shining and the crowds have come in for the final of the Meads Cup, the final between Thames Valley and the home side South Canterbury. And I'll tell you what, South Canterbury might just have their work cut out because Thames Valley beat Wanganui last week.
Oh, they'll know how good Thames Valley are, no doubt about that. Remember a couple of weeks ago, Thames Valley came down here and narrowly got defeated, of course, on this very paddock. But any team that can go to the defending champs home court, home field and put 17 points on them in 40 minutes of great football, come down with so much confidence, and they brought a big bandwagon of supporters with them. So they're pumped, but equally so, mate, South Canterbury, they are ready. This is their home turf. They are ready as well. The atmosphere at this ground is electric. It's fantastic. It is finals footy. Who's going to win? Gee, I don't know. It is a toss of the coin. I'm actually thinking the Swamp Foxes maybe a good chance.
Well, they brought a big crowd with them, and our man Jake has been with the visitors.
All right, firstly, we'll talk about last week, because it was pretty incredible. How did the boys come out of it?
Oh, well, we came out of it without too many injuries other than our captain, Sean, which is great for this week. But how did we feel? I felt great. The boys felt great. It's a great emotion to coast into a finals week on, to have a win that is a first time in the Union's history while we've been in the Heartland. So.
Many people say it's quite hard to do a win like that 2 in a row, and South Canterbury a big task today.
Oh, well, I'm not one of the many people. Yeah, we can do it. I've no doubt in my mind. If we keep ourselves cool, calm and collected today and go out and do what we do, we can beat them, yeah.
How do you stop them?
They've got some impressive ball runners, really strong ball runners. If we can stop them getting over the gain line, get our line speed and defence pushing up, I think we can stop them, yeah.
Sean, a general chat about the season, and we go back to West Coast to the loss, the narrow loss. Did you believe that the team would be in the position now after a game like that?
We always had the confidence. We sat down at the start of the year and set ourselves some goals in our pre-season camp. And one of the things that we'd come together as a team and decided on was that a goal for us was to win the Meads Cup. And I said to the boys at the time, I've got the true belief that we can do that. After building last year and bringing that through to this year, I had the true belief that we can do the job.
And now the belief, you talk about belief, it's been a big thing this year. What's the belief like going into this game?
Yeah, our preparation's been key again this week. The boys are in a really good headspace. We might be considered underdogs possibly, but we're pretty comfortable with that. It means there's there's always pressure going to a final, but the boys just they know they've got to get up for a big game. So that's there. It's the classic things that are always key in a final. Defence is so important, and playing the game at the right end of the field.
Now I can't go past the eye patch. You're looking a little bit like a pirate. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm a one-eyed swamp fox. If you hadn't gathered that already, they talk about one-eyed Cantabrians, but I think one-eyed swamp fox is one better. To be honest, I had a little bit of a knock last week, and sounds like I got a little bit of a fracture under the eye. So that's the reason for the eye patch.
Righto, Willie. Big day today.
Yeah, big day. Been training all year for this moment, and it's finally come. So yeah, looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Yeah, it is, and the weather's turned out great too. So boys are looking forward to it. Had a good week at training, and can't wait to get out there. The crowd, the community support, has been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a real buzz in town the last week, So looking forward to seeing lots of green and black and cheering for us, so can't wait.
Yeah, and I'd just like to take this moment to thank all our supporters, throughout the year, and the community's really got behind us this week. So thank you to them, and we hope we can bring it home for them.
Cheers.
Barry, big day. How do you stop it becoming something bigger than just another game?
Yeah, we've talked about that last week. We've relaxed trainings, had short trainings, and talked about staying in the moment and being really calm.
You played some pretty good footy this year, you guys.
Yeah, we have, but that counts for nothing today, Richard. I mean, I thought last week the boys were very, very good, but we've got to turn up today. I mean, what's happened in the past, it has happened in the past. So, yeah, we're just looking at today's game.
Go back 1 week and look what the opposition did then. That certainly surprised me.
Yeah, that was outstanding for them. I thought I've watched it obviously 4 or 5 times, and they played very well, and good on them. And no, they really deserve to be here.
And you're going to have to go well to beat them.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, no, they've got very good full pack. They've got a very good loose trio, and they've got some backs that can run. So yeah, it should be a good open game.
There'll be a new name inscribed on this cup at the end of the game. Neither South Canterbury nor Thames Valley have ever won this trophy before. South Canterbury were a beaten finalist back in 2015. The Swamp Foxes, well, they've won nothing since they won Division 3 in 1995, but this team has come a heck of a long way this season, led by their outside backs McCann and Lee, with half a dozen tries apiece and a very, very good loose forward trio. Brett Runga just goes and goes and goes, and they've had great value from Alex Bradley, the former chief, who's playing at number 8. South Canterbury, the second qualifiers after round robin, 2 losses they had in the course of the season, and hammered King Country 58-21 in the semi-final last week. Vast experience in this team, starting right there at number 1, Matt Fetu, who's brought up his centenary of games. And in slow motion there, Kalavini Laotinana, the left winger, who has scored a quite incredible 8 tries so far this season. And we have some great support from these guys. This could get rowdy. Long kick from right. Seymour tries to bring it back and runs into a green and black wall.
I'll tell you what, that's brave though. Ethan Seymour, that is commitment right there. Maybe not smart, but it is committed.
Kuti has been held up. No, he's got the ground. Bonner looking into midfield where the captain Runga takes the tackle now, running down the sideline. Tupou looks for a bit of support. None coming.
Shit, he's good. 150 kgs right there. The big Tongan bear.
Kutia. Bonner, and there's a penalty in there. Number 12, caught offside.
Gee, in recent weeks we've seen Sitivini Tupou put on some big shots, score some good tries, and now I've just seen him gliding down the left touchline.
Remember that tackle about 2 or 3 weeks ago where he just smashed some poor bloke?
Yeah, that was a Tupou, not a Tupou.
Broughton, no mistake from there. So Thames Valley get the opening points on the board. 10 minutes we've been playing here at Alpine Energy Stadium.
Oh, this is right in South Canterbury's wheelhouse now.
Casey, the prop, who throws the ball in.
Yeah, line out drive, really good structure of South Canterbury. Oh, yes.
Great try. To the number 8, Lone Tomohuni. Wow, look at this. Terrific take on the top from Poloniati.
Garrett Casey may wear jersey 3, but gee, he's a good line-out throw. The accuracy of that, the beautiful flight, the wet and forget replay, that's the first thing. Then we have the structure, and then it just opens up for them, doesn't he, South Canterbury? When we marvel at the width that they can play with, but they've also scored a lot of tries direct this season, and there's a critical one.
From Waimati, he's a Waimo boy. Actually, look out for him. Tomohuni and also number 6, Tui Pelotu. 2 very, very good loose forwards.
This isn't an easy kick. Wright's been kicking, striking it beautifully.
Oh, makes it look easy. Yeah. That is a breeze. That's a real breeze, and although it's behind him, it can affect. 7-3, South Canterbury ahead.
Well, he would have been kicked aiming about 4 to 5 metres at the right hand upright.
Oh, so all right. Suddenly you're a goal-kicking expert, eh?
It's easy to talk it. I'm not doing it. Building momentum now, South Canterbury. This with the experience as we close in half-time. Some points, field position, ball retention.
Right. Swings it right through Medlicott. And they've got a little bit of space, just a fraction. Leotinana makes it look easy. Oh, that's nice.
They would have talked about these closing minutes as we approach half-time, extending that lead. Of course, they're playing into these conditions, into the wind. Want to take a look on the wet and forget replay. The skill level of Rico Syme, jersey 15. The width, which is great, ball in two hands, and just look at the little left foot step. Inside, holding players, creating some space. And Leotinana, I tell you what, he scores some tries. Doesn't need a lot of space.
No.
And he's got over.
Certainly doesn't need a second invitation.
Another huge kick coming up for a very, very good cold kicker. Once more, we can see in the background the wind conditions. And they're taking the ball.
He's curled it just a little bit too far. Half-time at Alpine Energy Stadium. South Canterbury ahead of Thames Valley by 12-3. It's been a fascinating first half. Fascinating.
Half-time in the Meads Cup final between South Canterbury and Thames Valley. It's 12 points to 3, but the serious support is from these lads over here.
The Swamp Foxes are here in numbers. They're down, though, at half-time by 12-3 to South Canterbury. How will they get on in the second half when we come back on Mainfreight Rugby? There's the crowd, the team. Everybody's enjoying the sun, and I'm sure that South Canterbury will take some inspiration by Tom Walsh's appearance here. But it's Thames Valley who are making the play at the moment as Abraham finds some support on the inside. It's Popu again.
They want passion. That's what they want. Thames Valley, they talked a lot of the half-time break inside the sheds. They have this mantra. Now we get to see it.
Well, they're going out wide where Lee gets it out to Lafatuanai. Lafatuanai, there's a try scored.
Brett Ranger, what a heck of a year this man has had. On the Waihi Club, they won their club championship in Thames Valley for the very first time in history. Now he's here leading his troops, the Swamp Foxes. And all started, gee, Abraham's been good. He is so powerful. Had a fantastic season. Here's Tupou. That started it, and then the width. Oh, look at the width that they can play with. Look at the ball skills. The offload. So close. Lee's been great, Mace. We talked about Kieran Lee before, but this guy, none better.
He's an Energizer bunny, isn't he? He's just everywhere. He's all over the place.
That's over. That's missed. That's over.
It is over. So 12-10. South Canterbury still in the lead.
Gee, there wasn't much in that conversion, I have to say. Touchies both put the flags up.
Long way to play. Bonner. Charging run towards the goalposts.
Gee, momentum here. Patience in Thames Valley. Good structure. They got some old heads, good heads. Alex Bradley.
Brett Ranger, Glenn McIntyre, all hold heads, experienced heads, all in the Heartland 15.
Yeah, no surprise there. But they've got this field position. Remember, playing into quite a strong breeze, the Swamp Foxes. But their supporters, their bench, everyone's coming engaged. They're all part of the action.
Oh, look out, here's Ranger again, right to the line. Doesn't quite get there. This is some desperate defence. Try scored, and I think that's Sergio De La Fuente. Indeed it is. The Chilean prop forward barges across. Sergio, your beauty.
Chilean international, first try of the 2018 domestic season. It's the one that just may, has pushed them in front, win them the Meads Cup. Look at the wet and forget replay. Look at that body height. He is burrowing over, didn't even have much support, but the big Chilean, so powerful. You can see it right there. Gee, what a meat pie.
Borton.
Well, Borton's been good. Some good defensive plays, controlling it and the points.
17 points to 12. 10 or 12 minutes to play, and they're looking a bit nervous on one bench and nervous on the other as well, it's fair to say.
14 points the second half, 14-0 so far in the second half for the Swamp Foxes.
Oh, good scrum. Good scrum from Thames Valley. They've got the penalty. Stick the scrum down again.
Well, we need to talk about Lance Easton, who's on there now, jersey 22. 22 normally reserved for the wings, normally where he may go. Easton has gone on there and has just scrummed like his life depended. It's actually gotten better, and they've taken off a couple of big boys. It's over.
Referee calls time, and Thames Valley have done it. They've won their first ever Meads Cup. They've won it by 17 points to 12. And you want happy? Have a look at that. You want sad? Have a look at that. Both ends of the emotion scale on display.
Well, spectacular scenes. That is a story of the ages. Thames Valley a couple of years ago down at the bottom of the table, and now they have won the Meads Cup over South Canterbury. They were fourth, but now they are first.
Fantastic effort. What a great display of guts in second half. Defence was amazing. And then those last scrums, and Alex Bradley just kept it in. It was wonderful.
Hi-ho to Diddley-o, who won the cup?
We did. Valley, yes, awesome.
Well, Ben, that was brave. That was hard.
Oh, was it what? All the way to the 80th minute, you know. Those big boys up front, boy, did they stand up. Wow, what heart, what ticker, eh? And that's what finals footy's about, so...
Yeah, you had to pull some defence out, didn't you?
Oh, did we what? You know, defence wins championships. We always knew that. We always knew that South Canterbury had big ball runners, and we had to stand up, and the boys showed some real ticker there, get up and make some big hits. I think sure you could probably hear them from the crowd.
We could. We honestly could. You've only got one more job this year. It's to go and get some silverware. Away you go.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Rhonda Wilcox, daughter of Sir Colin Meads, presents the Meads Cup.
So congratulations to a Hoffner company putting the icing on the cake on their 125th anniversary Lahore Cup champs. And wow, Thames Valley, you are the 2018 Meads Cup champs. First time ever. What a remarkable season you have had.
For Thames Valley, they've got some remarkable supporters. This mob, this noisy mob, made the journey all the way from the valley down to South Canterbury. It's a big trip. They invested in the trip, they invested in the game, and they got the results. Yeah, good on you, folks.
I'm just so excited to be here, to be honest. This is a bloody good game.
Well, there it is. I don't know how, I don't know why, but that's the end of the 2019 season, and what a way to end it. With a brand new Meads Cup champion, and for the second season in a row, a team's come from 4th and won the championship. What a heck of a go. 100, I don't know, 200, I don't know how many of them, but all these Thames Valley Swamp Fox supporters came down from Paira and Tiaraha and Thames and Waihi, Ngatea and all the other little towns on the plains and up the peninsula. And was it worth it for them or what? So a heck of a season has come to an end, and we've got a time here now to thank all those who make the season what it is, all our sponsors and supporters right the way through, and all the people at all of the rugby unions right through the Heartland Championship. Without them, we wouldn't have this.
Can I join the party?
Oh, hello.
Can I join the party?
I wondered where you were. What a heck of a game.
Oh, sport is fantastic. Sport is all about emotion. I know sometimes this rugby game is all about tactics and trying to keep composed, but it's also a lot about emotions and heart and sticking together and being engaged in the game. I mean, fair play to South Canterbury. They put on a great occasion. They were part of this occasion, but boy, 4th through to the top. The script wasn't written like that.
No, it was not.
But they rewrote it. Well done, the Swamp Foxes.
Well, I was just getting into the old thanking of everybody, and I think the people we've really got to thank more than anybody is all the people and all of the unions throughout the Heartland Championship, because without them, well, we wouldn't be able to bring you this program, would we?
Well, they're part of what make us. They're part of make our great game what it is. Of course, we get engaged with them. They follow what we do on TV. It's a win-win situation, but, you know, it is. I mean, we're just also high. We didn't even take part in the game, but we're buzzing with the game because rugby came alive today in Timaru, in the Heartland, and that's what it's done for us, Mace, right throughout our careers.
Got to thank all our sponsors as well, plenty of them throughout the season. We're about to get mobbed here. That's the end of this season. See you later. Well, the promise has been well and truly delivered for the Thames Valley team and the Thames Valley fans. Here are our sponsors: Mainfreight, of course, Toyota, Still, and Wet and Forget, and we get support from the Rugby Channel and from New Zealand Rugby. Thank you to all those folks. Thank you to everybody who's been involved in any of these programs throughout the year. We've enjoyed being with you. We hope you've enjoyed watching us. Have a good summer.